Love books? So do we. Welcome to the Book Nook Café, where we uncover the latest must-reads, hidden gems, and everything in between. I'm Greg.
And I'm Anne. We're coming to you straight from the cozy corners of the Book Nook Café, where the coffee is hot, the shelves are packed, and great conversations are always brewing.
If it's trending on the New York Times bestseller list, you'll hear about it here. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's turn the page together.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I've been counting down the days to chat about today's book.
Me too. I've been bursting at the seams wanting to discuss this one. So, Story of My Life by Lucy Scorch. What a wild ride, huh?
Absolutely. I couldn't put it down. The way she blends humor with such deep emotion is just incredible.
Right? 1 minute I was laughing out loud and the next I was tearing up. It's a roller coaster in the best way possible.
Exactly, and don't even get me started on the small town charm. I felt like I was right there in the middle of it all.
The town was so vivid it almost felt like a character itself.
Totally. Speaking of characters, Calamity, what did you think of her journey?
Oh, Calamity was such a breath of fresh air. Her flaws made her so relatable. You know?
Yes, her return to her hometown. After everything that's happened, it was both hilarious and heartbreaking.
Absolutely. And the way she grappled with her past while trying to move forward, so well done.
I completely agree. The nuances of her self-acceptance journey really hit home for me.
Same here. And I appreciated how Lucy Score handled the topic of mental health without making it feel forced or out of place.
Exactly. It was woven seamlessly into the story.
You know, though, I did feel like the pacing dragged a bit in the middle. Did you get that?
Really, I actually enjoyed the slower moments. I thought they gave us a deeper look into the characters.
Maybe you're right. Perhaps I was just too eager to see what happened next.
Aha, I totally get that. The anticipation was killing me at times.
Oh, and we can't forget about Boone. What's your take on him?
Boone. What a fantastic love interest. Supportive, respectful, and just the right amount of mysterious.
Yes, he was there for Calamity without trying to fix her. That's so refreshing to see in a romance novel.
Definitely. But don't you wish we knew more about his backstory? He remained a bit of an enigma.
True, I found myself wanting more insight into his life. Maybe that's part of his allure?
Could be. Keeps us guessing.
Oh, and how about that rooftop scene? That was something else.
OMG, that scene hit me right in the feels.
Same. It was so raw and honest. Really showcased their vulnerabilities.
Absolutely. It was a turning point in their relationship, for sure.
I may or may not have cried during that part.
You're not alone. Pass the tissues, please.
Speaking of emotions, some of the side characters really stole the show for me.
Yes. The quirky townsfolk added so much life to the story.
They weren't just background props. They had their own depth and quirks.
Like Mrs. Thompson and her unsolicited advice at the worst possible times.
Right? She cracked me up every single time.
Classic small-town meddling, gotta love it.
It really added to the charm of the book.
By the way, did you catch the subtle themes of family and forgiveness woven throughout?
I did. It was beautifully done.
Calamity's complex relationship with her parents really resonated with me.
Same here. It wasn't just black and white. There were so many layers to unpack.
And her reconnection with her siblings? Those moments were so touching.
Absolutely. It showed that healing isn't a straight path.
And Lucy Score portrayed that journey so authentically.
But, I wasn't entirely sold on how things wrapped up with her dad.
Oh, what didn't sit right with you?
It felt a bit rushed, like suddenly everything was okay without enough buildup.
I see what you mean. Maybe the reconciliation could have been explored more.
Yeah, it was such a pivotal part of her past. I wanted more depth there.
That's fair, but perhaps the focus was more on her personal growth rather than external relationships?
Maybe so. Still, a little more wouldn't have hurt.
True.
On another note, I loved how the town seemed to evolve alongside Calamity.
Yes, the festivals, the community events, they all mirrored her journey.
Exactly. And the symbolism of the old bookstore reopening, that was a nice touch.
Oh, I loved that. It represented new beginnings and healing.
Definitely. And it brought the community together in such a heartwarming way.
You know, it kind of reminded me of Catherine Center's writing style.
Yes, that blend of warmth and depth is totally her vibe.
Do you think fans of Emily Henry would enjoy this book?
Absolutely. The witty banter and chemistry between characters are spot on.
Agreed. And the contemplative moments are reminiscent of Abby Jimenez's work.
Yes, that balance between lightheartedness and serious topics.
Did any themes particularly stand out to you?
Well, the idea that you can't outrun your past really hit me.
And that facing your demons is essential for healing.
Exactly. Also, the importance of community and leaning on others.
Yes, sometimes it's the people around us who make the biggest difference.
So true. What did you think about Calamity's friendships?
I adored them. They added so much depth to her character and the story.
Especially her bond with Harper.
Oh, their dynamic was fantastic. Harper was the honest friend we all need,
Absolutely. She wasn't afraid to tell Calamity the hard truths.
which, let's be honest, she needed to hear.
Definitely. It's friendships like that which help us grow.
You know, though, I wish we saw more of Boone's friendships.
Yeah, he did seem a bit isolated, didn't he?
Right. Maybe that was intentional to highlight his own struggles?
Could be. Adds another layer to his character.
Did any particular scenes stick with you?
Actually, the one where Calamity visits her old high school.
Yes. Oh, yes. That was a powerful moment.
You brought back so many memories for her, both good and bad.
And it was a catalyst for her self-reflection.
Exactly. It showed how far she's come.
For me, it was the confrontation with her mom,
That was intense.
right? So raw and necessary for her healing.
Absolutely. It took a lot of courage on her part.
Agreed.
But let's talk about the humor for a second. It was on point.
Oh, definitely. The running gag about the town's obsession with potluck dinners had me in stitches.
Yes, and the mysterious pie thief.
I was dying to find out who it was.
It added a fun subplot that lightened up the heavier themes.
Exactly. A perfect balance.
So, do you think this book stands out in the contemporary romance genre?
I do. It offers more depth than your typical romance novel.
Agreed. It's not just about love, but also personal growth and community.
Absolutely. That's what makes it special.
Couldn't agree more.
But I have to ask, was there anything that didn't work for you?
Well, if I'm being picky, maybe a few cliches here and there.
Like the returning home to find oneself trope?
Yeah, but I think Lucy Score put her own spin on it.
True. And sometimes familiar tropes are comforting.
We
At the end of the day, it's all about how the story is told.
Exactly. And in this case, it was told beautifully.
So, would you recommend it?
Without hesitation. It's a must read.
Same here. I'd recommend it to anyone looking for a heartfelt story.
Great minds think alike.
Indeed, they do.
All right, well, I think that about wraps it up for today.
Wait, before we sign off, any final thoughts?
Just that I'm excited to see what Lucy Score comes up with next.
Me too. She's definitely on my watch list now.
All right, then.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share with your fellow book lovers.
Until next time.
Bye for now. Well, that's a wrap for this episode of From the Book Nook.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.
If you're interested, our channel description contains links to the beverages we are drinking and some Book Lovers merchandise.
We love having you here. Bye for now.
See you next time.